Hello everyone, it is Wednesday. It's time for another edition of News 2 Gives Back. I'm meteorologist Marcus Bagwell, and News 2 Gives Back is brought to you by Nashville Subaru. We are in Robertson County today, and we are here to recognize the fine work that the 911 call takers do here every single day. And we just want to give a recognition to all of our 911 call takers across Middle Tennessee and Southern Kentucky, because the work they do is a work that we don't notice. We really don't notice a lot of what they do, but essentially they are our first responders when we call 911. So we want to say thank you to them, but we also want to recognize the Robertson County 911 crew. And we're going to do that with Miss Rachael Payne. She is the director here of the 911 call center. So Rachael, thank you for taking time to join us, and we're excited to be able to provide you all lunch today. Tell us first about the normal call volume that you all get and how much that's changed.
Here in Robertson County, we get about 110 or so thousand calls a year. About 25% of that is 911 calls. It's grown exponentially over the years. We've seen growth in Middle Tennessee, moving up from Nashville, and it seems to continue to grow every single year.
Absolutely, and especially with a lot of folks traveling from Clarksville, Montgomery County along I-24, or from Kentucky along 65. You have those areas too that you have to cover. What is that like to have to cover the interstate, because those areas get pretty treacherous from time to time?
Those interstates do stay really busy. We have a lot of accidents, a lot of disabled vehicles, especially with the construction on I-65 happening right now. There seem to have been more accidents, more 911 calls from that area, more disabled motorists with nowhere to go. The interstates keep us busy, and they keep the local fire departments and EMS busy as well.
Wow, yeah, and that's a lot. And we remember earlier this year we had the unfortunate fatal incident that happened with multiple fatalities along I-24, and I know you all were a part of that phone call process for folks calling in 911, and we know how difficult that can be for you all. But when folks call 911 and they call your center and their cell phone pings toward here, what is the information that you all receive automatically? And then what information are you asking for in a quick manner so that you can get first responders dispatched?
Automatically, if you call from a 911 or a landline, that gives us your location. If you call from a cell phone, generally it gives us your GPS location, but that's not always accurate. So the best thing to tell, if all you can tell your 911 operator is one thing: where are you at, what is your location, and then what the problem is. But the biggest thing, if we don't know your location, we can't send anybody to you to help.
Okay, so it's important to make sure, folks, that we are giving your location. That's so important, and we don't have a lot of landlines. Not many people use landlines. They're on their phone. So the GPS, even though technology has come a long way, we know that there still is a work in progress that needs to be done with that. Brag about your 911 call takers. You were a 911 call taker before you got into your director role, and so you've seen a lot of things, and these folks really serve the community in a way that we don't even see. Well, they do a lot of work.
They do a lot of work. I was a dispatcher for 20 years, have been here for 20 years, got promoted about 3.5 years ago. So I've been there, I've been on the front lines, I've done it, I've answered the calls. We've got a great group here. They put in a lot of training hours, they put in a lot of effort, they genuinely care about the community. They work really, really hard, odd hours of the day, holidays, weekends. 911 is 24/7, so it requires a lot of dedication, a lot of commitment, and Robertson County is very, very fortunate to have the group of dispatchers that we have.
Yes, absolutely. And tell us about what the training involves, and what does it take for someone to become a 911 dispatcher, and if they're interested, what are the next steps that they can do, because there's always a need for having dispatchers.
There's always a need for dispatchers. If you're interested in joining Robertson County, you can go to robertson911.com. You can find our application there. If you live outside of our area, most other agencies are also hiring, so you can reach out to them as well. You have to have your high school diploma or GED. Most of the training is on the job. Lots and lots and lots of training, typically several months worth of training. That's the best way to start, is just reach out, put in an application, get your on-the-job training, and go from there.
Okay, sounds great. Well, this is a great opportunity, Rachael. Thank you very much. Congratulations for all the work that you all are doing here in Robertson County, and we're very excited to bring them lunch today. This is all brought to them by Nashville Subaru, and we're excited to provide them lunch for this Wednesday. I'm News 2 meteorologist Marcus Bagwell. Thanks for taking time to watch this edition of News 2 Gives Back.